Fortunately, the young man miraculously survived. The old man, seeing that he hadn't died, found the young man even more interesting. He didn't shoot him. Instead, he made him take off his shoes and keep going, watching how long the young man could survive in the wilderness. After the young man walked far enough, he took out the map. Following the route, he quickly arrived at a cave, but inside, there were only two worn-out sofas. He could only make use of what he had, tearing off a few pieces of the sofa's skin and pulling out the sponge inside, wrapping it around his injured feet. The old man, seeing the young man's tracks were missing for so long, fired a warning shot. The young man had no choice but to crawl out again. The old man saw this and felt relieved. Fortunately, the young man soon found the second marked spot. He eagerly opened the box, but inside were only a few steel beads and a slingshot. The young man's mood instantly plummeted. He didn't understand the point of his grandfather hiding this junk. Looking at the next treasure map in his hand, the next marked spot was nearby. The young man quickly staggered off to search. Sure enough, not long after, he found it nearby. Digging up the sand, a bucket appeared. He suppressed his excitement and pulled the bucket up, eagerly unscrewing the lid. The young man greedily smelled the fresh scent of the water. Knowing he couldn't drink too much yet, he looked around and saw no sign of the old man, so he quickly moved to a dirt mound. Unable to bear the thirst any longer, he lifted the half-meter-high bucket and tilted his head to gulp it down. But before he could drink much, the old man appeared from who knows where. A single bullet shot and sent the water bucket flying. The life-saving fresh water spilled out. Then, the old man pulled the trigger again with decisiveness and fired a second shot. Finally, a third shot. Watching the water bucket being riddled with holes, the young man fell into deep despair. He said nothing as he carried his wounds and set off again, but fate was against him. The young man quickly collapsed from the intense heat and lay motionless on the ground. At that moment, the old man lost interest in playing any further. He raised his sniper rifle and aimed at him. This man was playing dead, but the old man not far away had no intention of letting him go. He raised his sniper rifle and fired 3 shots in the man's direction, but each shot deliberately missed by no more than 3 centimeters. Seeing the man still lying motionless on the ground, the old man was about to leave, but at that moment, the man's pupil twitched slightly, and the old man suddenly turned around. Without a word, he fired another shot, but the man still showed no reaction. The old man concluded that he was definitely dead, and finally relaxed, getting into his car to leave. Little did he know, as soon as he left, the man, terrified, shed a tear. However, after the old man finished his business, before he had even left the desert, he suddenly noticed the man, who was supposed to be dead, appeared on the mountain.
God damn you! Why'd you just die?
Realizing he'd been tricked, the old man, furious, aimed his sniper rifle, locked onto the man's head, and decisively pulled the trigger. Hearing the bullets whizzing past his ears, the man could only hold back his fear. Burying his head, he kept climbing up, and miraculously disappeared from the old man's sights. But by this time, the old man was seeing red. He quickly got into his top-of-the-line sports car and sped toward him.